So this fire right here was human caused, and it was burning up across here. There's a neighborhood up around the corner, and wildfire was threatening those homes.
Volunteer firefighter Mike Wilson has been fighting fires for nearly 2 decades.
We've had major wildfires for a long time, as long as I can remember. 2004, 2005, we had the ones out in Butte that were large complex fires.
Those fires were fueled by the spread and combustibility of an invasive cheatgrass. The strain can spread rapidly in the spring, but by summer their dry bodies serve as fuel for rapidly growing wildfires. One concern is the ease at which the grasses can repopulate after a fire.
And unfortunately, what happens is the cheatgrass will come back in, then all of a sudden they'll burn again, and it prevents the natural vegetation from coming back.
To make his point, Wilson looks to the base of the Virgin Mountains, which have been victim to multiple fires. Compared to this area, still vibrant with native vegetation, this lighter terrain in the middle is from the abundance of cheatgrass that has outcompeted the locals. Furthermore, their proliferation poses a wildfire risk. To combat this, the Bureau of Land Management is taking to the skies.
So we're out here spraying aerially, and that aerial herbicide is sprayed to knock back a lot of the invasive grasses that come post-fire. These invasive grasses are light, flashy fuels that help fire spread rapidly and make it hard for firefighters to stop them.
Before their operations could begin, the BLM did an environmental assessment to ensure the herbicide would have no significant impact on the native ecosystem. The herbicide of choice, Invasive, is designed to kill the seeds in the soil to prevent future growth and end potential wildfire cycles.
There's always a risk of wildfire, especially with the community growing, the lack of rain that we've had, the grass that has came back post-fire. Same instance on the other side of the mountain, there was the 2005 Butte fires that were naturally started. After those fires, post-fire, invasive grasses came in just like they did here, and they make that area more susceptible to fire and large fire. That's not normally for this ecosystem. So yeah, there's always a risk for wildfire, but we just recently started doing aerial application of herbicide in this area. These areas are specifically chosen because they're potential operational delineations. And what that is they're predetermined areas where we'll have a high probability of success for stopping a wildfire. We're seeing over time that herbicide is working to knock back a lot of those grasses.
This year, the BLM coordinated several herbicide treatment operations in southern Nevada. The ultimate goal for all operations is to create fire breaks to mitigate wildfire spread.
This area was completely saturated with Joshua trees and with yuccas, and then we look back to on this side where the fire came through and you have nothing but fire scars. We call them skeletons from where the Joshua trees used to be.
Most efforts are concentrated near Bunkerville and Mesquite, which have a history of wildfires, including the destructive 2004 Nickel and 2005 Bunkerville fires that occurred just miles away from the towns. This June, Wilson helped stave off fire just hundreds of feet from a school and residential neighborhood.
We have different people in the community that always worry about wildfires. We appreciate that the BLM is doing the hazardous fuel mitigation for us. And so any type of a buffer that we can get that will slow down the fire for us. That way we don't have to worry about any type of urban wildland interface.
We've got some positive responses. Everyone appreciates us coming in and doing these field breaks. The best time to stop a wildfire is before it starts.
For News 3, I'm Ming Salau.